acknowledge the landowners from this country, Arrernte people, elders past, present and the future.
How do we learn from the past? How do we dream for the new future? But how do we act in the now? And all of those different types of time zones, timelines are all fused in to why we are all here today.
We lay within Mother Earth. And then when we're born, it's not so much this idea of conception, it's more around this idea that your spirit chooses who you're meant to be in the time that you're meant to exist.
We know that the world is rapidly changing and we can't, sometimes we can't stop. People can stop it, and sometimes people can't. Sometimes people walk around with a question mark on their head.
You know, our country is unwell and it's making everybody unwell, and we need to realise that this is a connection. Like there's a link between everything. We don't exist ourselves in a vacuum. It's not really understanding that there's a sort of cultural, spiritual way of understanding unwellness.
Our healers knew what they had to do for a person when they were sick.
So there's a connectedness between people, country, you know, like external elements like weather, animals, plants, and if any of that is out of balance, it affects everything else.
So what First Law taught us as Indigenous people, and is still teaching us, is that the law is in the land. The values, the ethics, the virtues of how we live, not just with human to human, but with our non-human family. We as Indigenous people, we come from a world of we, not me. Law of the land, not law of man.
It's not one person to make a decision. We all need to sit down and make a decision.
This is not about individualism. And so this world really is about the collective good of everyone and everything around us.
We are Indigenous. We have language. We have culture. We have songs. We have dance. And that's what determines who we are.
Having that experience, having that example, living out on country and dancing the dances out on country for the land claim, this is what I wanted to do. Be a voice, be an advocate for our Aboriginal people, and be an advocate and a role model for our younger people. We want to give them an upbringing that we had. Being out on country, learning the stories, and being able to be a part of education and learning, you know, being a part of the community.
What our role is, I think, is actually to be able to move it along just that little bit further, to progress it a little bit further, to carry that knowledge just that little bit further, to share our culture just that little bit further, for that next generation to be able to come through, to be able to pick it up, not as a burden, but as a gift, and to carry that forward.
So look, I think ultimately, you know, here in Mbatwa and everywhere else, it has to be Aboriginal-led, you know. It has to be traditional owners leading this. It has to be voices from the grassroots up. We're going to continue doing what we're doing for our young people and be an advocate for those young people and many more other people here in Central Australia. Thank you.